Hey guys, welcome to this Q&A Friday video about DaVinci Resolve on the iPad. I know today is not Friday, it's actually Saturday, but I had a whole playlist and a series about Q&A from the community. And I have a couple of questions that I never answered before because the most common questions are all already answered in that playlist. So if you're new to this channel, hi, welcome. I'm Daniel. On this channel, it's all about DaVinci Resolve and Final Cut Pro. Definitely check out this playlist. So the first question today is, hey, so I'm trying to use the Fusion page on my iPad Air 5 via the Bluetooth keyboard trick, but my pages don't stay after leaving the app and coming back into it, even though you said they would stay. Since I think update 19.5, the pages actually stay open. But what could be, come into your settings here on the iPad, search for DaVinci Resolve, and then you scroll down here, and maybe this could be the issue. Here there is a button, Reset UI Layout on Launch. If this is turned on, all of the pages will disappear. So make sure that this one is turned off. And then the pages should technically stay on your DaVinci Resolve. So next question is from this video here, the audio mixer. Since DaVinci Resolve 20, we now have in the cut page a full-size audio mixer that you can use. Hey sir, I'm using the iPad with A16 and on my iPad, I have not audio mixer. How to get audio mixer. So I went to the iPad from my girlfriend because she also has an older iPad mini and we had the same issue. The audio mixer was not there. On my iPad mini 7, the audio mixer is there. So it's not just the M chips. So I'm now curious why the audio mixer is not there. On the iPad of my girlfriend, we never updated to iPad OS 26 because of performance issues. And I even told her don't update because after that, it will be more resources. So she wants to stay on the older version. And maybe that is the reason. Guys, in the community, can you check on an older iPad with A16 or iPad mini, the older ones below A16, if you upgrade to iPad OS 26, do you still have the audio mixer or is the audio mixer gone on all older devices? Which makes no sense to me because some other features are there and that feature is missing. And I couldn't get that feature working on the iPad from my girlfriend. So next question is from my last update video. In that video, I showed that we have now background export rendering and you can open an app while it's rendering. But this is limited to the M4 and the M5 chips. But I was finding a workaround, so definitely check out the other video because I was doing it on an M1 iPad. And I think it works on most iPads when you do it with the workaround that I showed you. But I was asking the community because I don't have an M4 or M5, can you render and open an app in full screen? So the first answer that I got is from this guy. It doesn't work on my iPad M4 Pro, which is kind of funny because the M4 should work. But then another guy was actually saying that, hey, I just updated my M5 iPad Pro to try this out and now I get a render error when I'm using an external SSD. And Chris, also from the community, mentioned that one. I got the same error message first for my external Crucial X10 hard drive. And then I went back to select the drive again and it worked perfectly. I had 4 jobs in the render queue, which it rendered perfectly while opened a new full screen Affinity Photo app and went back to Resolve and it continued to render on my M5 iPad Pro. Currently, I think on the M5 it should work. If you get the error message, just select your hard drive again, or my recommendation, render it internally and then just move it. It's always a better idea to render it internally, especially if it's a bigger project, and then just the finished video, put it on the hard drive. Next question on the same video, I just found this funny. Me with A16, keep crashing. A common question, is there no way to record a voiceover in the app yet? I don't have a keyboard to do the shortcut. Since DaVinci Resolve 20, Blackmagic introduced something for the cut page, a new function for doing a voiceover, but we still don't have the voiceover on the iPad version, which is very sad, but you can make voiceovers on the iPad. I have a video that I recorded 3 years ago, I will link this somewhere here, where you can do a voiceover and then bring your audio into DaVinci Resolve. So it works, it's a workaround, but you don't need any external app or you need a Mac or desktop. It works, you can do it. But of course, it would be amazing if we finally get voiceover in DaVinci Resolve as well. So on the video about the markers was someone asking, hey, how do I add markers on a source clip? That's a bit tricky. If you are in the cut page, which is the basics page, what he is talking about marker, I will just show you this, is this little icon here. If you're here in your timeline somewhere and you click on this one, then it sets a marker here. Wait a second, is that actually that simple now? I can click this and click this. No, this will always make a timeline marker. In my video about markers, I show you if you come to the edit page and you double click here on your source clip, you can actually on any point right click here on your playhead and say here add marker and add a marker. That obviously doesn't work on the cut page. The reason why, because we cannot right click. It doesn't give us a context menu. But if you have a keyboard and you use the keyboard shortcut M for markers, I can come to any point, hit M, and now there is a marker added, and I can click this marker even and change the color, the text and everything. So it works, but you need a keyboard for the cut page, or you open the edit page like I showed you, and then you can even do right click and you don't need a keyboard. Okay guys, that's it for this short Q&A video for this Saturday, Friday. And I hope you learned something. Hit like, subscribe, ding-a-ding in the bang bang gong, and we see us in the next video. I'm Daniel. Bye bye bye.